post, this an echo from the future, you feel the ghost in that ear. Solitude in the now, there's something about the sitting alone without your phone with this and in the world for the wings of the domain. And the wailing and the pain for what you have created for you can build a post, this an echo from the future, you feel the ghost in that ear. Solitude in the now, there's something about the sitting alone without your phone with this and in the world for the wings of the domain. Sneak out the other hate for the sailor, wherever the other for the giving me the separation for the rainy day, and I can find a fury to do. Rain in the treetops, the wind is yours. For every heart for the words important for the terrorism and the synchronicities of the Socrates and the same for the grotesque behind a mask of concealment. It's a lava red in tongue, but a bench in the chin. The questioning of the I'm quiet as this is lies bring no comfort, brings no peace. I start to wonder why your presence is seen. Start to feel the absence of the shadows beneath. Drags me by the hair, for the pulls me out to sea, for the kept drowning and where nowhere to be found. For shadows push you under that I couldn't make a sound. For the come up for air for the one last time. For the realize never be mine. I moved on from sad to call, no longer held in your palm. Must go. Promise not that that's just for the show, for the starting of the war, for the start to keep it the score, for the never the good terms anymore, for the devil and dancing and falling for the never the time to take another stand. The bread comes in your empty words and you could show. Feed it to the birds and your breadcrumbs, this is how you find it. My worth and its price for sure, for the come back and continue, for the you know more that nature, for the continue go, for the more mature, for the long, for the palm, for the never the moment that you make it on. Tired of the ways, instead of the shining of the star collapse, this world that falls on first. Just beyond the moon for the chime of the rattle in the store. Birds nestling in the boat to this the bird porch and just a dog barking at the door. And as I just broke for the bird smile, this will make me smile. While it be good, logically scared. Procession, one day I leave for the unknown. To the abyss and the deep in the sun, right for the core for the door. Slip away, break out. The night the grass will hum and beat in the throne. Dances run, the lower the fights and slip out for the slap. Dark air with a breathless and taste that for the stare for the behind your lips and remember your sleep dark and river. This is spinning into the rushing of the sound. Round, curving and burn. In the morning and the howling of the sound when it comes to me. The sleep fashion, life and the legs and just strength of in the back. So if I heard that, step yourself into the knife of the side of night when you're right enough to smoothly free from the company softly. This is soft and restless and talk, cheek, breath, breathe, heart, this is teeth, not speech, log and trip, air, trip. Long and wait, usually start like bro, like this is what's been the trickle on how do you forget this is there for the how do you connect. How do you break out through the knife of the humming of the heating and the drum and the curtain now? The witness is being moved, the rushing around for the boring on the birds and morning and how it is out. Still out, sweet, free, is free with me. And then over yourself with the knife in the side of your mind. Sleep, eat, rest, eat, like a fly in the night of the sun. Feels so cold for the hand you know. Alone in the darkness and all my life. I feel the vibe of the wave was so loud. Spark the soul, remember the wonder why you were sad. But the unclench your fist to start to find start to speak. Just erase this ragging. And it's spinning for the truth. And it's taking deep. To the veins of the decorated of the year. Blurs in the mind, pulling the under the deaf and the deaf and the empath and the please quiet down for the can't see through the mirror with your own tears. Find it once before. Respect is not optional for the treatment of to find a surprising for the nerve for the elimination of the man when you can find a fool who gives them for the calling of the man for the Christ. So I'm harder for the one to look in the hands of that good man. Wish I could make the broken believe. The soul calls out to you, it's with me, it's open door for the summer deep down into the cold and the sun and the light for me. Anything goes, but the thorn and rose, this may be the heart that froze and the winning and the giving up and the online dating for you much is very clear for the feeling of very near for the honor one for the meaning it's living where you are for the keep of the repeating of the hearts and the dreams of pretty scam and the goals going around no guard like the work you carve for the slow game for the weather you can find how many times you can find it whatever for the open the door for the telling you to find it yours. accuser than food that goes in you. Solitude in the now, there's something about the sitting alone without your hope, but there's something in the world for the wings that it didn't make. Sneak out the other hay for the sail away. We all together for the living, the separation from the breathing gate and occupy the fear right there. Cradle in the treetops, stupidity for every heart for the words of war, for its terrorism, for the synchronicities and the Socrates and the same, for the grotesque behind a mask and concealing. Coming again, the lights cast shadows. Disposing of the darkness and the sacrifice of your scapegoat for the brothers and hardness and this is all the light. Throwing us to this targets of the end rate. Head is death of the controller will just be the hardest of this. Everyone feels better for this shit. They get the blame for the Messiah. Crucified for this right to be buried. Shame for the morbid and good game. Outcast of the misfit for the receipt and the light of grace. Society to come to the light to hear dim. Smoking the members of everything for the power of this frustration. For your light and the glorified the wind to the divine. Separate reservation for the seated right. Pursue the delight. Then any other discerning in the life and the chance to reflect. Christ to become the sacrifice in New York. Terms and conditioning for their respiration and thought emotions. Resembling every consciousness to be the participant. Gears of dreams. Key drive slide forward again, the intent for the clicking. Sides of the often softened mechanism for your receipt. For silence, flavor grew quiet. And every move's an ingredient measured with the wise. Scribbles of the unknown for the infinite. Integration for the unknown. Identify for the constant, what you wanted to be. Pain has left me with scars with a discrepant figure. I found it wet and meant to be proudly for the never not beautiful. Ghosts not to talk, dress, twist, wedge, this records in the name of this woman who relate. Under him for the sea, the leads and rule of the light. He isn't with me anymore. Handed bread and over the hell. Calls to the love for this, there's here for this, not the story for the fingers of cat has to resist the coming season. Turn towards him for the attention, you can have the check steady. Places taken for your inhaling, it was something it's been found in smaller moments of your sitting in your spirit. Past the glass, just thinking the page through your own cross. The man I love it already deep and appreciated. The private for the under that ordinary for the twice and for the bad weather for the this. Today is only me. When the wind cheek, when it's still choosing. Envy. Gotta do for the almost everything. And with the rules in the night, the brightness and the fix of the star for the sea that steered by. Yes, you. It's still the way to swallow, but it can't finish the sentence with the jealousy for the knowledge. And once you go quiet for the conversation, you have the following the peasant for the price and the present, enough for the rose, enough for the water for the no stranger, enough for the heaven between us and the balls. And now the reason for you, someone else, enough for the ghost of the table. Need a table for the talk around it on the outline for the Greek for the teacher, this interness of the keep yourself for the photo in the mouth. And what is plain most might as be someone to speak through. This is the aching of the outlet of the argument with the river, the her with the carriage and give it the air. You said it as sitting at the good light. With the hands were rest, practicing it, the forgettable with the grace. Feeling like an intruder for the private hunting and the finish, and it was left for the dark, for the bitter, for the after. It was not the disturbing for the like a ghost of this one to get back for the belongings in the door, smell with world size, since the small of the sail, a bell for the high permission for the goodbye, for the streets proceed to that, for the expecting of the kind of leading. And the image gets marked back with the love. Wet, rain fading in the wood, tracing the heat for this sense with the ports, this emptiness in the world for something was resting. This masculinity of the back, this special shown, this ocean water, fresh water. It was the ocean fresh. Why'd I love you? Imagine I could have it be through trying to find the truth. Yes, it's ever been for the father of a brother, ever been for the sacrificial lamb. You can have the perfect for the criminal crust. This may pay for the extra for the but me and the noise is defeating, and never the sight is clear for your under and cap. Wanna be here anymore for the wonder to quit, find and breathe again. But this is not to see the million words that I've seen and broken as trying as I am. No, we're together. The public can't see anything and right for the individual to ignore to find 100 thoughts. So this is well taught for the trust of the party, but the children you must drive. I listen to the border, to the myself, and this will be the waiting for too long to open my eyes to the strong enough to fail you. When I'm inevitably blind for the passion that dies, to twist up at the wait for the clarity kicking me out of the begging over you, sacrificing the lamb, but over the protecting of the project for the perfectly you're right for the faking until you make it the words that don't make sense for the confronting your void. An object, no matter of fact, for the few, for the cognitive, for the dawn, the seat, for the sentence of the fire, for the brain dead, you'll be gone. Empathy for the fatigue and the kindness and not so kind. And the force of the tropic waters into the shores, to the strange, to the stagnant cold, for the rhythmic drums to start to play. And the rain can't stop me, for the rain hinder me, for the taking of my fire, for the lifting it higher, for the performing of the ancient ones, and you can stop me, the coming, they're done for the I'm alive, for the blending anxiety, for the pride, for the hell of a ride, for the you can have it, for the taking the fire, for the lighting up of the desire. And they'll show you that to become the one, and I guess it's you. created grind and walk on the ground. Earth crumbling under the feet for the smell of the fire piercing nostrils. Ruined turkey, sprayed names. The raven sits with the cross for me, watching me with attention and eye for this tenacious and the hope that don't see the wicked and death for the rest of the year. The letter to bit of it over this smothering for the nice and the trouble forgiving sin over the coming over. You have the brave enough to be stupid to such desolate places. It's calling not never you down. Ending for your instinct, ending for the life with the you only think you have the turn to the chin. For the nerve, for the package and recognition for the possibilities of the problem. The Pope was deluded for your sensibilities. Still with this impressive enough of the red. Despite all your vulnerabilities and the truth of you in the meeting. The source of your streaming in the puppets without streamers. To be hypnotized in the mind, for we are daydreaming for the masquerade. That's arrived by the conditioning of the comedian of what you find to compare for the bleeding and the bears of lifeless to be honey for the Christ of devil again the priceless and test of all. I regret nothing. Fall into the deep ditch to see the end of the playing with the life for me, for the sea to cover for the darkest. And I regret nothing. Fall into the deep ditch to see the end for the playing with the life for me, for the sea to cover for the darkest of hue. With the board on my head for the sinking deep in it. The deep of the ditch to see the end for the pants for the life for the paint step for the darkest the color for the you could wear more to see and to see that. It speaks to me to tell you who I open and watch it with the architect for the drawing to my life for the darkest of hue for the shadest of pain. For the coming from me for the world again for this dark. Stand vivid in the darkness. Chapters in my life and regret not a thing for this, the things that I did for the moment for not slipping to the part of me. Although the end played my life for me, for not a single tear drop for the eyes of the enemy, for the how you see me, for the regret, nothing even drowning myself in myself alone, for the sing of the spark and the no diffusion. And the sweet bitter no limb and over the right, for the regret, nothing for the human life. Like time is stone, sky is gray, for the hands are stained, for the too tired to remember why, for the something is ending in this, perhaps this just a moment. I know because of the heart's mourning, for the tomorrow will never bring back today, for the thought for the today will end, for the contrast and never the thought today will start, for the perhaps this the ending of the today or more. But today is the end of the start for the things are worse, and I wish them to end like this for another day that died in the wait, and this the grief in his head. And I'm left behind for today, for the could have been for the praying for the grave, for the hope of the tomorrow. To sleep, this is trying to dig in the holes and I'm tired of doing it too deep. Whether it's this wearing in the wire with a war for the weather, but the wind is tapped with this black looking at it, I find it tapping everybody in the physical brain. I know the thing was skin for a broken remains that with hope and sin. I'm all that to be my own the way you are. Last the comfort that I sleep with the losing of myself, it can't be me for the never being free, for the better and yours forever, for the living this sort of freedom in me. Freedom in you, for to lay down the arms and hand for the resting of your tears in the warmth of the night. I forgive for the transient, for the pattern of the curse of different and for the desire for the dish to be in the city is cold. So this is your abstract device of building thoughts. Night my calm, always invite me poems. Cardboard cut out of people to empty frames and names and hollowed eyes to the ground, hollowed with the worst thing possible with the polished your hand. Drown to your breath in the coated wax and alive and not living in the wasting space. The value of the word, the tilted love now for the superficial pleasure, but the shadow of the desire for the selfishly going nowhere, the speck of the infinite for the endless again. For one is to say for the spoil of it into the infinite inch, lack the evidence. Inspired and molded, wasting time for the never the running out of, and what you was did with it, but not to be in vain. A puzzle piece and honest with yourself for this thought for the heart for the puzzle piece that made an organ for this piece in the affiliate for the emotions and naked truth. A way to escape the cruel past and take control of your drop of the ruins and the rains and the thorns for the distant of the rose I found. A beauty broken the barren ground for the light guided through the darkest of night to help me find my way to true light. Behind the mask, thank you for longing. Long to be relation and emotion, last thing. God is. God is. Each stab reserve. Each bird that deserves a sword for the each member that you will make until the days that you remember no more. A man in the shadows and meeting the night for the silent approaching opens the desire locked away for the silver blade for the crimson and reminders in order for you. In the silent devotion, the words can't escape you trapped in the throat. You can have your own way, trust in the midst of the lust and over the savior through wearing man to the blade of the chase and this is perfect prayer. Damn, to his fate. Keep me locked away for to listen to the sound of my heart for the only regret, nothing.